Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial-free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
If your tap water tastes like you're drinking it straight from the lake, you need to quit being a dumbass. Get yourself a house system. That's a house system from Davis Water Conditioning. Well, yeah, when you drink too much lake water, you're like me and that gal on the news talking about binge drinkers.
I'm sorry, I had a piece of algae stuck in between my teeth when I was saying that.
Visit daviswaterconditioning.com to find out how they can help you.
How pathetic can some people be?
The crazy world, man. Everything's going nuts. I had to go through security the other day, man, at the airport. You had to do that, little buddy? Huh? Everyone's uptight at the airport. I'm going through security. The guy looks at me. Me! He says to me, hey, buddy, are you an illegal alien? I looked at him right in the eyes and I said, that got me right through, man, I'll tell you that.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
So, I don't know how this guy got it through TSA because I believe you're not allowed to bring lighters on an airplane. They usually confiscate them. Maybe they're easy to miss, I don't know. But this guy was on the airplane and he wouldn't stop flicking his lighter sitting in his seat in the main cabin.
It's like a nervous tick that people have, but that's pretty dumb to do it on a plane.
Well, especially when the flight attendant says, "Sir, can you please stop doing that?" You know, then she has to get the pilots.
This is your last chance. We'll get the lighter back at the Phoenix, but at this point in time, if you do not give up the lighter, I will divert the aircraft to Denver.
And that's what he did. He diverted the aircraft. The guy was arrested. Good for this pilot. Good for him.
Wait.
I am so tired.
Diverted the aircraft, meaning they
went to Denver and they took the guy off the airplane in handcuffs because he wouldn't give up a lighter. Everyone had to take
I don't know
flight.
if I'm happy about that if I'm on that flight. I'm like, dude, it's just a lighter.
Can't we just punch him and knock him out and take the lighter? Seriously. Okay, let's vote. Everybody. All right, on 3. All right. 2 options. Divert the plane to Denver. You have to land. It's, if you have a connecting flight somewhere, sorry, but that's one option. Or number 2, we just choke this guy out until he passes out and we take his lighter.
How about number 3?
Okay, that was a little much.
Right.
Sorry.
How about number 3? How about
I'm just so tired of dealing with people on airplanes.
How about just keep a watchful eye on the guy and make sure he doesn't try to light anything on fire and let him keep going as he's doing until we get to
No. You can't let him keep the lighter. That is not going to happen. That sets a bad precedent moving forward for other people. Oh, well, that guy got to keep the lighter.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you don't have to choke him out. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase. I was working through.
I've
recently flown a bunch.
I do miss the days in which they would, and these are mainly the post-COVID flight days, when people would get unruly and they would duct tape them to the seat.
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest next. I'm like, would you just let me back up my apology?
I mean,
before everybody says Jeremy's
society,
trying to tell everybody to choke everybody out. Just give me a second, Jeff. Let me get out that I don't want you to choke anybody out, but we should duct tape them to their seat.
Yes, everybody knows that in a civilized society, we should be duct taping people to the seats.
It's a democracy. We vote. That's what it is. Everybody on the plane. This is country, United Airlines, United Air Country. We're going to vote right now. We'll take the majority. Whatever the hell you want to call it. 30,000 feet country, whatever.
This is your last chance. We'll get the lighter back at the Phoenix, but at this point in time, if you do not give up the lighter, I will divert the aircraft to Denver.
They were going to give it back to him, too?
After we got off the plane, sure.
That's better. That's better than TSA. TSA will just throw it away.
All right, now let's get all the softies out there. Well, what if he had some sort of mental illness? Well, then he should be duct taped anyways. We don't know what he's going to do. Gag him and zip tie him. Mike from Santa Maria. Buddy, you can be my flying buddy anytime.
If you can't
Rob,
choke him
out.
Here's what it boils down to. This is what it boils down to. If you can't follow the rules, then you shouldn't be doing it. And that goes for everything in life. Like, I would love to drive 140 miles an hour home every day. But if I do that, chances are I'm going to get a reckless driving ticket. And what if I said, well, you know what? I just want to do what I want to do. I have a mental illness. My mental illness is that I drive my car too fast. At that point in time, the state will say, well, guess what? You don't have a driver's license anymore. It's not. The airlines needs to get back to being less Greyhound and more Pan Am.
Doug, who won't ride roller coasters, writes in. He says, number 3, beat the piss out of him for ruining everybody's travel plans. Well, you don't have to do that. You could take Daniel, the note moderator, from Airplane. Remember, they just had everybody line up and slap him. Yeah. How rude is it if one person ruins 100 people's day?
That's what makes me most mad about it. Like, they want...
Exactly.
Like, listen, people work on schedules, and these people want to land in Phoenix because they got stuff that they have to do in Phoenix, whether it's go home, whether it's go to a meeting, whether it doesn't matter. Now you have to go to Denver, and you're going to mess up the day just because of one guy?
You know how to put somebody in the sleeper hole.
And how was he...
That really works,
How could somebody not wrestle the lighter away from him? Was it a blowtorch? I mean,
seriously. Honestly, if I'm sitting there and the guy's getting ready, and he's like, all right, we're going to Denver. And they're originally going to Phoenix, by the way. So they were flying up, they're going to fly down. I think that's when the guy sitting next to me, grab an elbow or a...
Just grab it out of his hand. Just grab it out of his hand and throw it 3 rows up, and then have that guy catch it, and then give it to somebody else who's going to have it.
Yeah, that's true. You might be able to do that.
Can you smell what the government is cooking? Put it perfectly. Flying is a privilege. Act like an ass. Get treated like an ass. Perfect. That's exactly. Like
that should be on the airplane door when you walk in. Not a right. Flying is a privilege.
And you know what? There should be some kind of monetary penalty for this, too. Like, take inventory of everybody that was supposed to land in Phoenix. Say, okay, how much is this going to end up setting you back? Days pay, all that stuff, accumulated by 80, 90 people. And that's going to be quite a hefty fee.
You could just tell we're all just so tired of dealing with disrespectful, selfish jackasses.
It's a good. Rich just says, make sure when you travel with a rag and some chloroform, and then. Well,
that's one way to get you arrested by the TSA, Rich. You go right ahead. Tell us how that works. All right, congratulations to Lighter Boy. You're Jeff and Jim.